The I'm sure you guys have questions. I'll just I'm sure one of the ones on your mind is why the decision and why the timing on the decision, and those are great questions. I can't tell you how much I respect Rick Ray, and I've yet to find someone to say something bad about the guy from the kind of person he is, and the way he carries himself, and how hard he works, and how he always had the best interest of our program at heart, and for that reason, I kept wanting to believe that he was going to be the guy that could lead us to where we want to be, which is competing at this time of year, and we made a lot of strides in a lot of areas, and he inherited, as you guys know, a challenging situation. We just had our best academic semester in a decade, and that's so important. And the decision we're making is not saying that it's win at all costs, because that's not where we want to be. But you got to have. We want the entire package, and we have a lot of programs, a lot of sports on this campus that accomplish a great deal in the classroom and accomplish a great deal on the field and on the courts as well. And I can go down the list and point them out to you. And so it's not a win at all cost mentality. It's I think Mississippi State deserves the entire package, the complete package. And the more I thought about it, I'm just not convinced or have the confidence that, as much as I want Rick Ray to be the guy that leads us forward, I just don't know how much confidence I have that was going to be a direction that ended up being where we wanted to be. So, I had struggled with this decision probably for the last few weeks of the season, and once the season was over, I still didn't really have a piece about it, and because I kept thinking I was going to, that I wanted to stay the course, but I wanted to take a few days. I decided that I was not going to try to land anywhere for a few days after the season ended. I wanted to get away from the emotion of winning and losing. You're not supposed to show emotion as an athletic director, but you're human, and it's natural. And I get excited about wins, and I get disappointed after losses, and I wanted to kind of let those emotions, I want to get away from those emotions, and I want to be as objective as possible in making this decision, and I want to be as fair as possible to Rick, and so that's why I probably took a little bit longer than what you typically would to make this decision.
When did you tell Rick Ray?
We met this morning, and he handled it in a first-class way, like you would expect, and he has 2 years remaining on his contract. We will obviously we owe him a portion of, not the total value remaining, but a portion of the total value, and we'll obviously honor our commitment there to him.
As far as the search is concerned, what are you looking for now in the head coach this time around? This is, I think, your second time around the coaching search. What's something that you're looking at in the head coach after the 3 years of Rick Ray?
Well, I don't think it's particular to this situation. I think you always look for someone who works hard, who's smart, and who's competitive, and someone who has great leadership ability. And we've used that model on a lot of hires that have been successful. And I just think those traits are good places to start from when you're making those kind of decisions. So, it's and then I've done some homework, and I've done some, I've kind of I try to stay on top of the marketplace as best I can on any sport. If any situation should arise where you're looking for a new leader, and I have an idea of some names that interest me more than others, and I've already started the process of trying to figure out which ones of those are something that may be fruitful.
In the meantime, between now and when the hire is made, who's kind of in charge of the program?
Well, we've got a great support staff, Adam Gordon is our director of basketball operations, and he'll be communicating with the players on a routine basis. But they've got their academic counselor, they have their strength coach. I met with, not all the players are in town, but the ones I met with earlier today, I just stressed to them the importance of focusing on the things they can control. And right now they can control, taking care of their responsibilities in the classroom and, going through their, if they have workouts, make sure they're attacking those the right way, and then just, being good representatives of Mississippi State and not worry about the things that they can't control, because hopefully in relatively short order, we'll have a new coach for them.
Those players you talked to, what was their reaction?
They were quiet. They asked, if I knew who the new coach was going to be, and I told them I wasn't in a position at that point to talk about that because I didn't know. They really didn't have many questions. They listened, and I think we got some good young men in this program right now, and I hate it for them because it's not a situation that's a whole lot of fun to go through.
You're in the early stages right now of the search, but do you have an idea on who's going to be in charge with you as far as finding a new coach?
I'll keep Dr. Keenum informed as I always do anytime we have an important decision. But I'll probably do a lot of this on my own. I've got a great staff, and I'm going to rely on them from time to time for various parts of the responsibility. But I don't anticipate us using a search firm. I think we have enough contacts and know the lay of the land well enough that I'm confident we'll be able to get in front of people we need to get in front of.
The assistant coaches, where do they stand right now?
That's always a interesting part of the transitions. They're still on staff. Whoever we end up hiring, I would ask that they at least sit down and visit with our current coaches, and it doesn't guarantee that any of them will be kept on or any of them will be moved along, but I just think out of courtesy they should have that opportunity. We got good staff, and we got good guys on that staff, and that's an unfortunate part of this business.
A lot of guys from the last time he did this, they're still at the same jobs. Right? Is there any chance guys you might have been interested in 3 years ago are still going to be on your list for now?
I really don't want to say too much about where this is going forward from specifics, but there's a lot of guys who are still competing out there that would probably be names you would expect to come up in a search like this, and it's interesting. There aren't a lot of jobs open right now relative to years past. In fact, I think in the Power 5 leagues, us and Alabama are the only two jobs that are open at the moment. So that could change. But and there's some other jobs that are open, but from the major conferences, those are the only two. So I think I have a pretty good sense of who's out there and who would fit for Mississippi State, and now we got to hit the ground running and just see where the best fit is.
All right. Mike, do you have anything?
Mike Bonner.
Yeah, I was wondering. Yes. How are you, Scott?
Hey, how are you?
All right. I was curious. Obviously, it talks about the NCAA tournament and postseason play. Those coaches and staff know what they're doing. How do you think that will affect the timeline, the postseason play of other teams? How do you think that affects the timeline when you find your coach?
It obviously depends on which direction we go, depending on certain individuals. But it's not unusual for people still playing the tournament to impact the timeline of these searches. Whether that impacts us or not, I can't really say at this time.
When you look at Rick specifically, what was it about the game on the court that wavered your confidence or shifted your confidence over? Because it seemed like the checkbox of everything else was there. What was it on the court that made you kind of question that whether he was the right guy?
At the end of the day, it was a gut feeling on my part that I wanted really badly to believe that Rick Ray was going to take us where we want to be, And you're talking about a program, I think, of our 10 sports that have competed this semester, 7 of them are ranked in the top 25 in the country, or closer, or maybe in the top 35, because men's tennis. But, you know, and obviously we had a football program that spent 5 weeks ranked number 1 in the country. And, you know, so we have a lot of examples of what success looks like. And my gut told me that we were not going to be able to get to the level we want to get to under our current direction.
The low attendance this year, did that play any
How
role?
much attendance play into that?
Man,
Wow.
Pete and
That's
repeat.
amazing. That's pretty fluffy.
You know, at the end of the day, if you know, the decision is going to be based on what's best for our basketball program. But there's no question that we have a chance to be more successful the more engaged we get our fans, and we weren't our fans have not been as engaged as we would like, and they have not been engaged at a level that you need to win at a high level in basketball, and you know, so that was not the determining factor, but going forward is certainly something I hope that will change, and I hope we'll go back to having the Hump being one of the best home court advantages in the SEC.
Bob and I all set.
Well, if you two are set, the rest of us are fine, so that's good to know, Mike.